welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you. So this is to do a journal page using Maremi Small Arts paper pad, which both I and Michelle have bought. Now this is it's Maremi Small Art designed by Marta Lepowska, and it is Art Technique paper set. Now in it we've got all of the loads and loads of fussy cut elements. We've got decoupage paper, we've got cardstock, we have a bit of everything. So the challenge this week is to create a journal page. Now our lovely Michelle has not done a journal page yet, so this is her first time, and I know that she's just going to absolutely smash it because she is amazing. So that is what we are doing. Now I want to find myself a page. So this is a book I actually made, oh goodness me, quite a while ago actually, and I've only just recently found it. So yeah, so we are getting that out now. I'm just going to, so I have this big lot of glue and then I have a smaller glue, so just to make my life easier, because my hands are not very good at the minute, we are just transferring glue from the bigger one into our smaller one, and it'll make our life easier. So yeah, so the plan today is to do a journal page, and we can use any mediums that we want to sort of create our journal page, as long as we use the paper pad. So yeah, really excited by this one. It feels like forever since I last done an art journal page, so it is quite nice to be doing it again. And this isn't making very nice noises, is it? Okay, right, so that is nicely filled. So let me just put that to the side because we are going to need this. Now I'm going to grab my gesso, and I'm also going to grab, if I can find some, where are we? I'm looking for, there it is. So I'm wanting my clear gesso because I'm going to use that to help adhere things down onto my page. Now I've chosen this page, or do I want to start at the beginning? Do you know what? I very rarely do it, but let's start at the beginning. Why not? Let's start here. Okay, so I already have this bit of paper and I really love the colours, so I think that's what I'm going to use. Now this bit's going to get on my nerves, so I am going to just glue that down. It will be covered, so that does not bother me at all. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let me grab a brush. Now this is the first time that I've used the clear gesso from 13 Arts, and by the looks of it, yeah, oh, it is thick, just like the white gesso that I use. So I am going to put a coat everywhere, all over this, and then I think I'm going to use my my watercolors on this page. Yeah, I'm going to do a double page, so just all the way around. So like I said, I'm just going to use my clear gesso to start with, just to get it on. Now the reason why we use our gesso is because it primes our page ready for it to be used with other mediums. So it just means that the paper will hold the mediums better and helps your colours to blend more and to run as well. So I'm going to keep that on. That does not bother me. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to glue this on because it's thin. I know that I can get away with using my my clear gesso just to glue this onto our paper. So just like this, make sure that I'm on screen, I'm not going out. So if you're interested in seeing our lovely Michelle's, there is a link to her Instagram just in the description box below, so do go out and check that out. Also you can come over and check us out on the Facebook group, so do join us. And if you want to join in, then please do. So the challenge this week is you don't have to use what we have. If you do have what we have, then it would be lovely if you would join in, if you could join in. But if you don't have what we have, then any sort of journal page that you have will be just fine. So yeah, just use what you have. So it'd be nice to see you do some journal pages this week. And yeah, I think journaling's quite nice. It's one of those mediums, one of those sort of craft that I like to do, and it's one of those that sort of helps me settle my mind, if that makes any sense. So I have a condition called FND, where if things get overwhelming, my body can shut down quite quickly, and one thing that I found that helps it, so there's a couple of things. One is doing art journaling, and I absolutely love it, and I don't do enough of it on my channel, but you know, I tend to do a lot of it just for myself, so it's quite nice to have a challenge like this. The other thing that settles my mind, so it's like a form of mindfulness. It's making you stop thinking about about everything really. Mindfulness is really thinking about nothing, and that's what this does for me. So if you've never tried art journaling before, then I highly recommend it. It's got so many health beneficials that it really is such a good thing to sort of have and to do. Now, I don't like this swan paper. I mean, like I said, this was made when I very first started making journals, and I've only just found it. I don't know where it's been hiding, so it's quite nice to actually use it. So I will do some more art journaling on my channel. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I do it, and it really is one of those things that sort of, once you start, I mean, and the good thing about art journaling is you make it your own. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. You can do what you want. There's no sort of right or wrong way of doing it. It's about how you feel. Yeah. My advice is just go for it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe how good it can make you feel, just by, you know, getting a few things out and just having a play. So yeah, so that's our so far that's our page all prepped and primed. Now I am going to, oh, I know what I bought. Let's see. Right, I have this gorgeous purple. So this is called Iris, and it is a mixed media paint. So it'll be an acrylic paint, but we can water that down. I also have this purple liquid watercolor. Now I'm gutted because you can no longer get these from Tiger, and I really wanted to get some more because they're such good quality. I absolutely love them. But I also got, and I'm not sure if any of these are going to go, I quite like this green glitter one. That's black glitter. I don't know if I want glitter on. Just sort of, oh, I quite like that. I like the turquoise, maybe a bit of turquoise. What else do we have? So I'm just going through, I really am just seeing what it is that I have in my stash, and what we can sort of use. So I mean, just grab what you have. Now, next thing I need is a palette. Let me see if I can find a palette. There should be one somewhere. Let's have a look. Got a clue what I've done with all my palettes, but I do have this that I use with polymer clay, so we will just use this for now. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is, with this gorgeous purple, is I would like to take some of this So I'm just going to put it there, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put water on it because I'd like to really make this a lot thinner. So let's grab my water spray, and then let's spray some water onto that, because like I say, I really would like this to be a nice thin paint. And we're going to use this on our page as well as spray it with water, but I need to be very mindful because of the book that I'm using. Ideally it would be better if I did have a mixed media paper or a watercolour paper, but I don't. I am using just copier paper that I've tea-dyed myself, and as you can see it is going flimsy, so do be careful and be very mindful about how much water you are putting on, because the last thing you want to do is actually destroy your work. Now all I'm doing is, because I'm using my big brush, is I'm just going to pat around just these edges, and then using my spray I'm just going to spray it and then come in with a paintbrush and just blend that out, because I just want a hint of this colour. Now the reason why this moves quite nicely is because we have primed our page, and it is all about priming that page, so gesso plays a big part in that. So yeah, definitely use your gesso. Now you can get gesso from many good stores. You can even get some from the Works, Amazon, eBay. There is so many out there. I use 13 Arts, but that's just because that's just what I prefer. But when I started out, I bought the cheap one from the Works, which only cost me £5. I think it still is £5 if I remember rightly, and it worked wonders. So now what I need to do is I need to grab some water, because I've noticed that I don't have any. So let me go and put some water in here, and then I'll be back. So I'm back. So while I was there, I have dried it off just a touch, because obviously the amount of water that is going to go into these pages, it will end up damaging them, so I need to just be quite mindful of that. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some of this purple watercolour, and I'm just going to put a couple of drops there. I'm not bothered that it's mixing in, because I'm only going to be picking up a small amount. And what I'm going to do, because this purple watercolour is just absolutely beautiful, it's one of my absolute favourites. And like I say, I'm absolutely gutted because I can't, when I went to my Tiger, after look at that, how nice is that? I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, let me grab my cloth just because I want to take up some of that excess, just like that. Oh, love it. I really love it. I need to be careful because by the looks of it I'm getting everything all over the place. So I'm just going to spray this. I know we've just dried it, but this is just, I need to also watch where it is going within the spine, because we don't want it to sort of break the spine as well, because this is just a handmade book. But I also wanted you to see that you can use anything as an art journal. The other thing that's really good that you can use is old books. I have quite a few that are up in the loft that I've used over the years, which is just old books, and yeah, you just glue a few pages together, and it probably turn out that in this one I will end up gluing a few pages together just for some more stability. So again, I'm just going to spray and pick up some more of that watercolour and sort of blob it on, and I want it to drip. I want it very loose. So this page, I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for it to be loose. Now I've got my paintbrush in my mouth, so if I sounded weird then I am sorry, but I'm looking to add some of that gorgeous colour in. And it's just playing with your mediums as well. So play with what you have. See, that now is really, really appealing to me. I love it. I love how the colours have gone into each other. I love how it's looking. I definitely think I'm going to add some of this gorgeous teal. Don't think I'm going to add any more purple. So I'm going to pop them away for just so that they're not going to get covered in loads of bits and pieces. I've also got my white ink here, so I think we'll definitely do some splatters, but I think we need to dry this off, so I'm just going to grab the heat gun, and we're just going to blast it. And as you can see, the page has become quite flimsy. And that is just because of the amount of water that I have used. This isn't watercolor paper, so I know that I have to be careful. So I want to make sure that when I'm dry, in between my layers, I'm making sure that they are dried really, really well. And I think with the turquoise, instead of using lots of water, I think I'm just going to go in with my finger and add just hints of it that way. And then the last thing, because like I said, I want this page to be quite loose. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think I will add in some shadowing, so I do have a pencil here that, is it that one? No, I've got a pencil somewhere, there it is, that I can activate with water for shadowing, so I will do that. And then I think that we will do some fussy cutting from the pad itself for some of the images, and use one of them as our focal point. And then the last thing that I will do is I'll come in with some words and we'll use them. So as you can see, I'm really making sure that this is really dry, and as you can see, we've got where the spine is, it is really sort of soaked in, so I know that I need to be careful. But like I say, I think it's going to end up being where I will end up gluing a couple of pages together, but I don't mind that at all. But like I say, art journaling is one of those things that it just makes you feel so good. I just absolutely love it. I just think that it brings me so much joy. I mean, I'm not brilliant at it at all, and some of my designs, you know, I'll look at and think, what on earth were you thinking? But it's not really about that. What it is about is the fact that, you know, this is how you are feeling. For me, art journaling is how I feel, and how yeah, just how that day is in general. So that's how I sort of do my art journaling. Now, I'm thinking there's a couple of things that I really, really like. I really want one of these butterflies, but I'm really loving these flowers. So I think that we need to cut these out. Now, if you are interested in this paper pad, I will leave a link to Maremi Small Arts shop, where you will be able to get this. Now, it was sold out for such a long time that, you know, as soon as Marta got it back in stock, I bought it straight away. So it cost me £20, and I think I got another book with it. And with shipping it came to about £36, I want to say. But for me, I love it, and I'm so glad that I invested in it. But you don't have to invest in something like this to do art journaling. You can draw your own, you can do whatever it is that you want, which is what I love. Now, I want a butterfly, and I quite like this one here. So let's grab that. So, right, okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Now, Marta, sorry, also, which I absolutely love, and I think we're going to use these, on the back, she's done some sentiments and some words, so that you can use in your own. So don't be afraid to fail. Mistakes and trials are part of discovering something rather amazing. I mean, how nice is that? And that's the one that I think today is is what we are going to use. So as much as I'd hate cutting up covers, we are, because I just think that's going to be perfect for what we are wanting here. Because you know, for everybody, do not be afraid of failure, because as far as I'm concerned, don't fail. How you do something, if it's not the same as how somebody else does it, that it doesn't mean that it's a fail. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that's how you interpret your art. I hope it makes sense. I really do. Now, normally when I do my art project, my art journaling, I don't bother doing much talking. I normally just put music over the top of them, and that's just because when I'm doing it, it's normally I want it to be sort of I'm in my own little world, I'm doing what I want, sort of thing. I'm not thinking about it, I'm just letting my mood take over, and my mood's the one that sort of tells me which way to go. So it is quite a nice change doing something with you guys, like doing this with you, without sort of my music and talking you through my process. I think it's quite nice. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. So I'm going to make probably the words the feature. So something like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Now we've got, these are just absolutely gorgeous. So I do want to add these in, because I think it's just going to blend in quite nicely. Now once I've stuck these in, I'm going to come in and put some shadowing in. I don't normally do much shadowing, but for this page I feel like I would like to. So that is what we are going to do. So I hope you don't mind me staying with you guys while I fussy cut. So yeah, but yeah, don't be afraid to try. You know, when I first started, so one of my very first pages was it was actually a Fraggle Rock page. So I don't know if many of you remember Fraggle Rock, but when I was a kid we watched it all the time. I absolutely loved it. And we were shopping, so when I first started papercraft, we were shopping in Home Bargains, and they had Fraggle Rock sticker sets, and I was, oh my word, I was absolutely chuffed to bits. And I bought these stickers thinking, what on earth am I going to do with these? Because none of my nieces and nephews knew what Fraggle Rock was, so it was just, yeah, but I really wanted these stickers, so I bought them. And in it I got some chipboards as well. So I had these chipboards and I never ever knew what to do, and then I discovered art journaling, and one of my first pieces of art journaling is actually it's a Fraggle Rock page. It is not very good, I will admit, but it was how I was feeling. I was feeling happy, so it was a happy page, and that is what I have. That's what my art journaling represents. It represents how I feel. And that page for me represented a part of my childhood that I loved, and so yeah, so that's what it is. And I think each sort of a piece, it tells its own story, and it tells you how you're feeling. But then it might not even be about feelings. It could be that you want to try new techniques, so it's a really good way of trying out new techniques and experimenting. And so I think art journaling is something different to everybody, and that's what it is to me. It's how I feel, it's how my my day is going. It's, yeah, so I hope I'm not boring you with this. So yeah, right, I'm thinking that I love this leaf bit, so I really want this piece in. We've got some more, so I think that I may need a couple more, so let's get this cut out and then let's sort of work out from there. what else I'm going to add, but I wanted to keep my page very simple for you guys and just show you that you don't need a lot of stuff. I mean, we've used a couple of colours, but you can just use watercolours, you could use watercolour pencils, you could just use felt tip pens, you can use poster paints, you can use anything that you have in your stash. It really does not have to be expensive, and that, again, that's a really good thing about art journaling. Oh, I've just put that in the bin and it had a flower on it. If I can find it. I don't waste. It had actually a couple. We do not waste. Okay, but I don't want them. I'm thinking that, not that one, but this one. So let's fussy cut this out. So I'm thinking that over there, and then I want this with this piece here. However, looking at the different sizes, I may be thinking of swapping the leaf elements around. And then yeah, normally, so as our lovely Julia says, you know, it's the rule of threes, but I was thinking that, yeah, I need to put something on. However, as much as I really want to put a third thing on, I'm not sure where I would put it. And I tend to just do, most of my journal pages are the same. So I tend to do just two sort of areas, and then in the middle I have whatever piece it is that I'm doing. So if I grab my journal, so this is my art journal that most of you are used to seeing. So as you can see, I always pop like two pieces. I do my sides, and then I always pop something in the middle. This is a page I started, but I haven't finished. It was when I got the yeah, so as you can see, just lots and lots of different sort of, I tend to always go like do the same sort of designs, but like art journaling, I mean, this is not a very good page at all. I mean, that's a terrible page, but you know what, I was feeling happy, so and I just wanted to play, and I did play, you know. And oh, this one I love. I absolutely love our crazy birds. They're just gorgeous. And I put a little bit of text in there as well. We have just playing. We have this one, which is just having fun. Yeah, and again, so as you can see, I've built the sides. We have stuff in the center. I love this one. I love. I can't remember if I've got a video on that one. So yeah, so it's do what you want. This again, this was drawing a tree. I like drawing trees. I'm not very good at it, but I like drawing trees. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I love it. Now this was actually done last October, I think it was, and the dark nights were coming in, and I love my dark nights, which is why we've ended up with the really dark colours. There's something about a dark night that I just love. Sat in front of the fire. Yeah, just, yeah, I love it. We've got some little bookmark bits. So yeah, so there's it's all that just it tells a story. But yeah, like I said, that's just me. I need to stop talking now. I think I am so passionate about my art journaling. I know I don't do a lot of it on my channel. I tend to keep it quite separate, but yeah, I do really love doing it. So this is what I'm thinking. So I'm loving that. So I think that's what we're going to have there. And then we're going to have this green piece here along with that. Just there. Have all of our words. So just like that. And then, like I say, it is the rules of three. And as much as I don't want to put one on, I actually need one. And then this is where our gorgeous butterfly is going to come in. And it's going to make the eye... yeah, see it in a whole different light, hopefully. I don't know how it works. Our lovely Julie is better off at explaining how it all works. I just know I can't do, I always have to have an odd number. I was talking with my friends the other day, and I was saying that, you know, when I'm making cards, it's either 1 flower, 3 flowers, or 5 flowers that I'll put on a card. I can't just put 2. awful. I can't do it. I've tried and I just can't do it, and it's just that odd number for some reason. Makes it look more appealing and yeah, nicer. So I do want them in. So let's do this. So our butterfly is going to be our third piece of the puzzle. Now, like I said, don't forget to go and check out our lovely Michelle. I'm loving doing these little challenges with her each week. It's very, very cool. And oh, look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, I did want to come in and bring some of this in, so we need to give it a really, really, really good shake. But I'm looking at it and I don't think we need it. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to, because it looks beautiful as it is. We don't need to. So, let me grab a paintbrush, and I am just going to use my clear gesso just to adhere these down. Yeah, so let's do that. It's not the best paintbrush in the world, but it will do. So let's get that adhered. So because these are just quite thin, you can use any glue that you want to glue these down. You do not have to use gesso. I'm just using it because I'm being lazy, and it is there, so I can use it. But you, like I say, you can use any glue, Mod Podge or yeah, PVA, although PVA will tend to crinkle up your paper, but then I suppose so the gesso's doing exactly the same as well. So right, I'm going to stick my words down, and then once this is dry, I'm just going to put a bit of shadowing in, just to add that little bit of detail, and then I think my page is done. And you know, that's what's sort of really good about this paper pad. It does all the work for you, really. So, and if you don't know who Marta is from Maremi Small Arts, I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below, because like I said, she is just a fab. She is an amazing artist. And what's really nice is she is just like you and me, and you know, I love the fact that she has a family in her videos. So yeah, do go and check her out. She's super cool. Right, oh, look at that, how gorgeous is that? Okay, so you can get clear gesso from most places. So if you've not heard of clear gesso, now I do have a Finnabair one, and I have to admit I'm not impressed. So I find that it after using this one, it leaves like it's not as bright, so it's got like I want to say like a clouded texture over it. So actually leave that a second, put these on. And but I paid a lot of money for it. I think it cost, I think, like £13, something like that, and I had to get it from America, because there was no stockists here. Well, there was, but they were all sold out. So yeah, so I was sort of and then trying to find a different clear gesso. Now, I mean, there's loads on the market, but I have to say I really like this 13 Arts one. So definitely glad that I grabbed this. But please do look around and see what you can get for a clear gesso. I really don't know any alternatives either, but like I say, Finnabair do one. After using the 13 Arts one, I'm not that impressed, but it does its job, it works. So yeah, oh, how gorgeous is that? Right, okay, I nearly put that in my drink. I don't want to put that in my drink. Oh. But I will have a drink. Right, let's clean my brushes and put that one in. So what we're going to do, let's blast this, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to do some shadowing. What I'll do is this next bit, let's put it on speed up. So I'm going to put this bit on speed up when I do the shadowing, because it'll probably take, what, I don't know, a few hours, not a few hours, about 20 minutes or so to do. So I'll sort of cram it into about 5 minutes for you. But all I'm literally doing, I'm just getting rid of these bits of paper but keeping these bits. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of go around the edges, bring it in my watercolor brush, and then just fade it out. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. And then I think the last thing I'll do, which again I'll do while I'm on speed up, I'm going to do some white splashes. I might do some black splashes as well. I actually have this black glitter ink, so I might splash with that. And then yeah, I'll come back and we'll have a look at it. So I hope you enjoy the next bit. so I'm all finished. So this is what my page now looks like. How gorgeous is that? I love it. So instead of using the pencil, because it wasn't working, so I was going to use this one which I got from my scrawler box, but I didn't end up doing it. I've ended up coming in with the Inktense crayons that came in it, and this purple actually goes perfectly with my page, so I've ended up just using that instead, but I think it's worked lovely. And then the last two things I did the black glitter splatters, so I'm looking forward to seeing them dry, and then I've done also some white splashes. So that is my page. Don't forget, please do go and check out our lovely Michelle, because it will be her first time doing an art journal page, but I already know that she's going to absolutely smash it. But you'll be able to find that over on the Facebook group, or you can follow the link that's in the description box below where to her Instagram. So we also have a colour challenge over on the Facebook group, so if you'd like to join in with that, please do. The colours this month is black and pink, and you'll win something that I have made this month. So I've got a couple of things there, but it'll be a surprise for the winner. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye!